Hi guys, welcome to Garden Theory. Today we're going to be talking about how you can design landscapes in games like Minecraft. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it's going to be a little different from what I usually do, but we're going to dive right in and talk about how you can use Minecraft and other games like it to design landscapes. So we're going to head on off this way. This is a Minecraft world I've been playing on for about 2 years with a few friends. My theme with this world has been very much Japanese inspired designs. A lot of them are from tutorials I found online, but I've been slowly working on creating a Japanese village over there. But this was my starter area when I first started out. Right over here is spawn, where you start off the game, and then I started off here, and now we're gonna head on over to where I currently have my stuff at. This is the Japanese village I've been working on for quite a while now. We're going to be talking about how you can use landscape design principles in a game like Minecraft and how you can design them for your own real life spaces as well. So this is a garden space that I made in this game. So if you watched my video talking about the mountain meadow design philosophy, which is a design style that I use a lot when designing spaces, then you get brownie points because we're going to talk about it with this design right here. And that's because I like to use this design a lot. It's kind of similar to an English cottage garden style, but we use, if you remember, or if this is your first time watching, it uses three main parts: the skeleton, tendon, and flesh. And so for this garden space, we have these roses that go through the middle here. These are our skeleton plants. And what we do with our skeleton plants is we place them in triangles. So you see, we're not putting them in straight rows. Each single point of this makes a triangle if you connect the dots. And so no matter which way we're looking, we're making triangles with these. And particularly, we're trying to make scaling triangles with them, which typically in a real world scenario means two are closer and one is farther apart. And then we use the tendon to connect our skeleton plants together. And for this design, we have these pink tulips and the pink flowers that cut through the middle here. And they help to connect that skeleton together. Creates a bit of contrast with all the reds and oranges we have in this design. And then all the orange tulips, red poppies, all the smaller flowers make up the flesh, which is the majority of the space. And so you can kind of see how, especially if you look at it from right here, you can see how all these pieces come together to create a pretty fun and dynamic garden space. And so that's a way that you can use to design your space. And a good rule of thumb when you're thinking with scale in Minecraft, each one of these blocks is a meter, or you can say roughly 3 feet. So that's a way you can use it to scale your designs. But we did the design on both sides of this building because it's also important to keep symmetry in mind in some cases because it helps to create a sense of unity with the design. A pretty chaotic design, so it can sometimes be a bit messy. But when we have it symmetrical like this, it helps to bring a sense of space for the building. And we're also using these bamboo trees to help create some line with our taller structure. Although I probably wouldn't recommend using bamboo in real life since bamboo is pretty aggressive and hard to get rid of. But in a game like Minecraft, you can get away with that a little bit better. Now let's head off this way into the main portion of the town. And you can see as we're walking along here, we have little garden beds. But as we make our way down here into the town, we can showcase some of the designs that we use. We'll start off with this house over here, which has hay being sold along the road here. It's supposed to be somewhat of a marketplace. Built a little cart right here. But over here we have these red tulips that go along the shore around this building. And I really like doing mass planting. Mass plantings can help to create a pretty bold statement in a landscape design. A really good plant to mass plant in real life is black-eyed Susans. They make a really powerful yellow line through your space. It's always fun to try out different color palette. And I recommend getting a color wheel if you're not sure how to combine colors. A color wheel can help you figure out what colors are complementary to each other and which one can contrast. So for example, red and green are contrasting colors, although that can look a little Christmassy. So we can add orange and yellow flowers to help complement that red. But red can also go well with blues and pinks because that also kind of contrasts against it. So there's a lot of different methods and ways that you can use to create a appealing color scheme. And so a game like this can be a good way to try out what colors that you personally like together. For example, we can go through this design, which is more of a pastel pink and white color scheme that arches, it connects with our tulip mass planting. And again, you can see with these, I believe these are Minecraft lilac. They connect in these triangles. So I always do this. And that just helps to create a more naturalistic placement of your plant. And you can see here our tendon for this one are these purple alliums. These guys right here, these are the purple alliums, and they connect, they weave in between them, and then the rest is the flesh. So that's how I design things, and it helps to create a pretty nice sense of unity with all the pink flowers complementing the pink cherry tree we have above it. We also have a few specks of blue as our contrasting color. Sometimes it's good to have a few contrasting colors in a design that's a bit more of one color. So let's head on down this way. This is our town here. We have a lot of different Japanese buildings. Well, let me eat real quick. So these are all of our Japanese inspired buildings that we have in the town I've created. Let's talk about this place down here. So this is one of our custom cherry trees. And Minecraft's a pretty good game to play out with different trees. You do have to make them yourself for having something a little bit more custom like this. But we're going to talk about this little space here. This is a seating area with a pond, and this is a very simple color scheme, because sometimes you don't need to go extreme with your plants to create a powerful sense of place. So these are Minecraft peonies that go along the berm, along the edges here. And then we have Lily of the Valleys closer down in the center. And this just helps to create a really beautiful sense of peace and just an area to contemplate and to relax. It also gives you a sense of privacy. And I think to help this space, I would have wanted to put a hedge here on either side of the road just so it's not as open. But when you're looking at it from this way, it really helps to create that sense of privacy and relaxation. And so having something simple can be a great way to have your landscapes have a better sense of place. And so I really enjoy the games like Minecraft. I've been playing on this world for I think a little over 2 years. And I like creating that sense of place in a lot of this. I think you'll probably see that in a lot of the designs. So this is a little sushi bar, but behind it, these are seats for people to eat. But behind it, we have this really pretty fountain with all the cherry petals falling down. So it creates that sense of place. And that's probably something I'll say a lot in this video, but having something that as a focal point for your eyes, as well as something to cover the top with these cherry trees, helps to create a sense of enclosure for the space. That's something you can try out in your homes in the real world. So this is another example of mass planting. Just some roses to fill in this corner, as well as the bamboo backdrop. And that just helps to create a sense of a forest back there. Even though it's not a whole lot of space, it feels enclosed. And that's really what we want to do with our outdoor spaces. We want to, almost like you would in a house when you're designing your house, you have different rooms with different purposes. And we use the outdoor spaces to create different enclosures to create different senses of space. So here we have this big cherry tree. This is the biggest cherry tree I made. And it has this beautiful overarching branches as you go under this path. And that just helps to create a sense of privacy, space. You feel a lot more sheltered and enclosed than you do in the open spaces. And so that's something you want to consider. In real life, under a big tree like this, I'd make this maybe a private reading area or something like that. Something that encapsulate the spirit of your place. And this is my current base in this Japanese-inspired castle. Though inside it's this chest, but that's all my stuff I have. So in this game, you gradually over time collect a bunch of stuff. And so when you're looking at it from this way, all these landscape beds can look pretty messy. That's because each one's kind of got its own thing going on. So that's probably one adjustment I would make, keeping more of a concise color theme with this. Because we have things like pinks and blues over here, reds and yellows there, reds and blues here. So every single spot's a different color theme. But overall, it creates a really pretty path to walk down. If we just looked at this for a second, it really creates an exciting atmosphere. But even within an exciting atmosphere, we have places of calm energy, like under this tree. A lot of times having some lawn spaces can help to create some more calm energy. If you do something like this, like when I'm looking just at this, all I see is busyness, and that can be sometimes a little overwhelming for your eye. So something we could do instead is remove this patch of flowers and make this lawn instead. And that way we have busyness where it is, but we also have more patches of calm mixed in, and that way we have different energies that help to balance the arrangement out. And then here's some of my temporary storage I have outside. But this is the map I have of my entire place, what we got so far. So right now we're outside of this greenhouse on this peninsula, and we're gonna move over to this greenhouse, which is right here. And let's head over to the greenhouse. I get another sense of space here. We have a mass planting of alliums here underneath this cherry tree, and that helps us to complement the pink. It also creates a really peaceful scene as you're going around the bend. This is what you see as you come down the path. This is the greenhouse that I recently built. We have two lawn sections on either side, and I use moss and grass blocks to create that look of a freshly mowed lawn. And I have it surrounded with some shrubs just to have it a little bit of pop for it as you come down the pathway. But let's head on inside. So inside we have a center cherry tree with some Minecraft spore blossoms, which help to create these particle effects. These little pink petals that come down, as well as the green ones. And so we'll start up over here to replicate like a greenhouse that you would use for like a botanist or something. So we have all the different Minecraft trees. We have all the different flowers in here. Water plants like lilies and sugar cane. We also have vines in the ceiling. They're a little overgrown, so we'll trim those back. We have vines in pots growing up through the roof, I guess. So it's a little overgrown, but we have all these beautiful plants growing. And then same thing on the other side. We have all these different Minecraft plants, vines, this stuff that we're researching. And we can also store things in these pots. So we put in our glowberry seeds. We have our special blue orchids. That's what these are. The only orchids in Minecraft. They're really pretty. And yeah, overall, I really like this place. I think it really fits in with the theme that I have going with the builds that I have so far in the town. And then I kind of have this whole area over here as part of the greenhouse if you had like some outdoor garden spaces and whatnot. And so over here, this is the first outdoor space. This is a rose garden, just a more formal space that I have. I don't really do too many formal designs, but this is one of those with the hedges around the outside for privacy, and then the main flower bed in the center, as well as on the edges. But if we head down through here, there's a bridge over to my horse stable on the other side of the river. And down here we have a desert garden section of the space over here in the sandy area where we're growing some desert plant. We have our research camel that we take on trips, on our imaginary trips, and then it connects to our main walking trail that has this little spring that goes into the pond here. Should probably add some fish to the pond, or we can get axolotls in the game as well, which could be fun. And so yeah, it's this little walking trail that connects back to our rose garden and as well to the greenhouse. I want to do some more buildings, maybe some little stands here with plant information type stuff. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. But that's probably the last place I'll build something for this side of the river. Man, I'm hungry again. I've been walking a lot. But let me know what you think about all the garden stuff on this side. This is where most of the stuff is. We are going to take off over here. So this is the horse barn. We're not going to tour that today. But if we head down our road here, we have a little house that I built over here. This is one of the first houses I built. This is an example of a koi pond that you can build in Minecraft if you want to try figuring out the shape of a pond that you want. So this is a sample of one I have in here. So they're doing pretty good. And then this is the main entrance to the house from the road. And then back here we have the back private garden. Nothing really too fancy back here. We do have the little hot tub or Japanese onsen here. And then back here we have some pumpkins because this house is for a pumpkin farmer. So we'll add some villagers in here eventually into my town to give it a little bit more life. But yeah, this is probably the one more of the decorated buildings I've done. But if we head down here, we have the bamboo, again, creating that sense of enclosure. We'll probably add some bushes in between the bamboo to help create that wall there. Let's take off over here and we're gonna zoom back over. Where the red wool is, those are going to be future buildings. Haven't quite decided what they'll be. But we have the pagoda right here, recently built. I haven't done too much landscaping around it yet, but we have the lawn and these bushes around it. These are azalea bushes in Minecraft. And so it's up here on this uplifted section that many Japanese castles have. This is a fun color texture palette that I've done for it. Mixed in some copper for some little pops of color. That's something that you can do in Minecraft. You can have a lot of freedom to try things out, do things you like. And then the last thing we have built, this is the first thing I built on this side. It's a Japanese shrine right here. This is a Japanese shrine with some bells. So this is a aspen tree that I custom built, and I want to do more of these around this building, create a little forest of those trees. But that's the first one I built for them. But I want to do them kind of on this side and around the back of this building just to help have something to stand out. But that's something you can try. More custom trees if you're doing more landscape design. Probably the best way to do it because the normal Minecraft trees won't quite do if you're doing a landscape design for a residential place. So this is a pretty good model of an aspen. And you may have seen in the distance up over here, I haven't connected it to the path system yet. We have a little gondola up here. But this is the little gondola I made. One of those things where you hop in and it takes you across. There's a couple that are in the river over here on their way over, and we have one on this side as well. So this is the gray is supposed to be kind of like the chain that it goes down on, and that's like the mechanism that like the copper here is supposed to be like gears that rotate it. And you can ride it with a Minecraft minecart up here on the top. But it also kind of helps to make it look like a chain. But one of the projects we'll do, if you like this type of video, one of the projects we can do in the future for this channel, up here on top of this mountain, I want to kind of level this all out and create a park and some kind of Japanese shrine up here. So if we want to do a process landscape design video, we can do that up here. But yeah, it's a pretty good space. We'll remove those trees over there. Yeah, this kind of L shape that's up here on the top of this mountain. We'll design this whole top place to be something kind of touristy to make the gondolas worth it over there, which they look really cool in the distance. But it pops here, and then we'll have a trail coming up this way. I have a marker over there. We may do something on the top of that mountain too, but I don't know if we'll build another gondola there or not. But from the main city right here. And I may eventually do some buildings on top of this little forested area. But for now, I'm mainly focused down here by the river for the main portion of the town. Let me know what you think about the town. I've had a lot of fun building this. I haven't really had the time to show it to anyone, so this is kind of the first time showcasing it. I know this isn't the type of content I usually do on here, but I wanted to showcase how you can use games, even as simple as Minecraft, to practice some artistic skills, try out some landscape design as well as different architecture styles, and to be able to try things out that you maybe wouldn't have been able to beforehand. Especially if maybe you're not very good at drawing landscapes designs, this can be a good way to help flesh out your ideas. They don't have to be anything fancy. It could be as simple as just doing some simple shapes, different ideas that you want to do. But overall, I really enjoy the game. I think it's a lot of fun. Play this and to be able to showcase some of the things I enjoy doing, which is kind of the goal of this channel, is to get people interested in landscaping, garden design, and the name of this channel is Garden Theory because we're going to try to test out as many different things as we can to showcase how you can become a better gardener and learn more about all the amazing plants in the world that we live in. And so if we can use a game like Minecraft to help understand how things work and how to create a sense of space and a good landscape design, then I think it's definitely worth it. So I hope you liked today's video. I know it's different from what I usually do. I know we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, if you can believe it. It's hard to believe that almost 1,000 people watch and have subscribed to this channel already in just that amount of time. If you would like to subscribe so we reach 1,000, definitely do it. If you like this type of content, let me know down in the comments, or if you'd like to stick more to traditional gardening stuff. But until next time, I hope y'all all have a wonderful rest of your week. If you like this video, again, like and comment down. But until then, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Oh my gosh. I forgot that it was nighttime. Hey, oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Oh, I have an arrow in my knee. Okay. Yeah, literally.